Hi you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm back with a new reaction video. You guys better grab your popcorn for this one. We're gonna check out the GOAT, Allen Iverson. It's a documentary called The Answer. I'm requesting this one because I want to watch it, so I thought we can just watch it together. So yeah, I'm not gonna ramble. Let's get straight into this documentary. Super excited for this one. Let's go.
Time to roll.
Jeez, these cars outside, I'm so sorry.
Baby, time to roll. Time to roll, baby, time to roll. All that matters is you go out and play every game like it's your last.
I think it's the greatest story in sports.
Let's go, baby, knock out Mike Tyson style.
This guy is just a true, amazing athlete.
He is a tough son of a gun, a very tough son of a gun.
What a play by Allen Iverson as he wrapped it around the rim and twirled it home.
You just saw it in his eyes that, you know, he had a never say die attitude.
Iverson to the floor, to the hoop. Yeah!
101, you guys. 101.
He is the man.
Allen had to grow up in a hurry. He was the man of the house at age 12.
You don't know this man. When he speaks of his heart and his soul. You may not like what you hear, but he's telling you the truth.
Pulls up in the paint. Too strong.
Well, you can see the growth, you can see the development, you can see not a different person, but a guy who has moved from one level of his life to another.
The end.
A lot of people felt like I couldn't reach this point. People talked about my size, my game, that I was selfish and I couldn't make it here with the guys that I'm playing with. So, you know, it makes the story that much better at the end.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Game 1 of the NBA Finals. This one could be for the ages. The Los Angeles Lakers could become the first team in history to run the table in the playoffs. They have already dismantled Portland, Sacramento, and San Antonio, and now they come in a prohibitive favorite against Philadelphia.
It's all over tonight.
Philly cheesesteak. Philly cheesesteak, baby. Iverson, he might get a couple points, but that's it.
It's Allen Iverson and Shaq. Truly a David and Goliath story.
Let's get dirty. Let's get dirty.
But casting a shadow over the hopes of the Sixers was O'Neal.
Slam over the top of Mutombo.
And Shaq powered the game into overtime.
Take a deep breath and understand we got 5 minutes to get one up on these. All right? 5 minutes.
But once overtime started, the Lakers seemed to have order restored. They had the momentum, the crowd, O'Neal and the lead. But Philly had the answer.
One thing about Iverson, there is no quit in him. You just know he's got a couple of bullets left in his holster. You just know he's coming at him.
Here's Allen Iverson. For three! He tees up a three. It's good! He drilled it! A three by Allen Iverson! 1 minute to go in overtime. What a comeback here. The Lakers had the Sixers on the ropes. They come fighting out of the corner.
Here's Iverson. Lou the defender. Stays right with him. Allen wants to go.
Another one.
He fires two ball. Got it again! He's way too good! He steps around Lou and drilled it.
7 straight points by Iverson. Looked like he was dead in the water.
Sixers shocked the world with a Game 1 victory here over the world champion Los Angeles Lakers. The irrepressible.
Hey, lady, be easy, lady.
You cannot
Jeez.
kill that guy.
Drag air like that.
Rooms away. That's right. We ain't do nothing yet. We got a long way to go.
I got goosebumps.
Ain't gonna do none of that.
As long as you leave everything out on the basketball court, I mean, you can go in the locker room and look at the mirror and feel good about yourself, and that's important. But when you don't leave it all out there, then, you know, kind of feel like, you know, you as a person, kind of suspect.
Allen Iverson was raised in Hampton, Virginia. In 1975, the newborn Allen and his 15-year-old mother, Ann, moved into his grandmother's house, located ironically on Jordan Drive. And from the moment she saw him, Ann knew her son's destiny.
In the hospital room, they bring this long, 22-inch long child whose arms passed his kneecaps. And so I said, oh my goodness, I got me a ball player.
But it would be football that captivated Allen at first.
It appeared to me he had this insatiable desire to just win at all costs. You know, he wanted to win every game. He wanted to catch every pass. You know, he wanted to make sure that his team won.
I came home one day, and my mom said, you know, today you're going to basketball practice. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to basketball practice. I don't play basketball. I play football and baseball. And you know, I told her I thought basketball was soft. And she said, well, your coach is on his way. He's coming to pick you up, and you're going.
Oh, wow.
I cried all the way out the door.
Respect to the mother for, like, being involved in his life and showing him different sports. Like, yeah, you're gonna play this. Like, most parents are absent, like, don't involve like that. So he got a good mom to push him to do
You can see early on that he had a lot of heart.
So you're on the right track.
A big bundle of heart. It's always been like that.
Okay.
This guy's 10 years old, but his skill level was so high that he was probably playing on the level of a 16, 17-year-old kid at 10. He was doing things that 10-year-old kids don't do.
I'll never forget this. He said, I can take MJ. I said, well, we thought he meant one of the players that we get ready to play. He said, I can take MJ, and you know, the coaches and everybody else just didn't take. He said, I can take Michael Jordan. I mean, he said it in a believable way that made you believe he could take Michael Jordan.
He showed it.
Sports would become Allen's refuge from the hardships he faced
Look at
at
that
home.
quite like he's fly. Compare.
Allen had to grow up in a hurry. From growing up on the streets, from moving from apartment to housing project to watching his mom struggle to make ends meet, to having to take care of his younger sisters when his mom wasn't around. He was the man of the house at age 12.
But the one constant Allen could always rely on was his mother.
You know, I remember one time we went on an AAU tournament when I was 13, and we didn't have no lights on in the house because she spent the money for the light bill on my sneakers. I always looked up to my mom, like she was the one that told me I could be anything that I wanted to be. You know, I believed it.
At Bethel High School, Allen blossomed into a two-sport star, a sensation from the hardwood to the gridiron.
Sheesh! Come on, Allen.
the 15-yard line. Iverson.
Somebody ought to map out his DNA. There's a gene in there that says, don't lose.
Feet on the right side for Pringle. Pringle with good hustle by Iverson.
It's the hunger.
Iverson will take it in and lay it in.
Goosebumps in my
He always
lips.
kept you on the edge of your seat because you're just waiting for something new to happen.
There's the play you were looking for. Oh, Allen Iverson.
Allen's junior year would prove to be a revelation.
Iverson wants to pass, has some time, steps up and then throws, and Terrell has got it.
When it got to crunch time, Allen was the guy that said, all right, guys, I know you're looking to me to do it, and I'm going to do it. And he rose to that occasion.
What do you got to say as a junior to come and win a state championship? It's got to feel pretty good.
He's going to go get one in basketball now, that's all.
A few months later,
Nah,
Allen
who
did
says
just
that?
that.
He said, on to the next.
Took our time, man. Well, we played hard. We wanted this, man. First one. Feel good. 2 states in a row.
Iverson. What can you say? Just watch the film.
Allen was named Virginia's football and basketball player of the year, but his life was about to change forever.
Wow.
A fight in a local bowling alley landed Allen in a far different court.
I think that night I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I want, I want people to know that was the case. Not that I'm no type of bad guy.
Shockingly, Allen was convicted and sent to prison.
He wasn't allowed to play basketball. He never played his senior year in high school. He never played football. They took something away from him that he enjoyed, that he liked.
Instead of being down on myself, I had to somehow get out of there and try to start all over. All I wanted and asked for from God was a second chance.
Allen, his family, and his friends had maintained that he was innocent. And Virginia's governor agreed and overturned his conviction. After 4 months, Iverson returned home. But because of the negative publicity, colleges were reluctant to recruit him. Ultimately, a desperate Ann Iverson sought out the legendary tough love coach of Georgetown University.
Ann Iverson was the reason. She's the one who pricked my curiosity. There's no way if Ann Iverson hadn't, she cried, she did indicate the fact that, she was pleading for her son's life. When I sit down and talk with him, the very first thing that I realize is that he was smart. He seems to have dealt with what has happened behind him, and that was important for me. So I was impressed, and when I got finished, I said, hey, let's go for this.
All you need is one chance. Good people around you.
But it seemed that while Allen could avoid defenders, he couldn't escape his reputation.
I heard some maliciously mean things said about him. I've never heard him complain about it. He's got too much pride and intelligence for that, and I respect that in him.
But people always still stereotype me, always felt like I was some type of bad guy because of, what happened to me. But I think Coach Thompson did a great job of keeping those people away from me.
The coach gave him a chance, but he deserved that chance. Like, he saw the potential in him, and like he said, he was smart, he saw the character.
After a sophomore season, in which he was named first-team All-American, Iverson tried to break from his past and take a giant leap into his future.
After carefully weighing my options with Coach Thompson and my family, I decided to enter the NBA draft. I definitely plan to further my education, but my family needs to be addressed right now. Most of all, I'd like to thank my mom for sticking with me through thick and thin. I mean, she's always did that for me.
I got goosebumps.
No matter what. And my immediate family requires me to leave Georgetown, but I will always be a part of the Georgetown family.
That's the thing with parents, you just need to be there. That's gonna determine so
The second
much.
pick goes to the
It's
Toronto
beautiful. When I see
Raptors.
that,
And that means that the first pick in the 1996 NBA draft goes to the Philadelphia 76ers.
When I won that lottery, I think I went ballistic because
hold on.
I
Wait,
knew
wait.
Allen Iverson was our pick.
Yeah, Philly, yeah. This is it. It starts it off.
This was not just a lottery. This was the Allen Iverson lottery.
Allen was
Because
the guy.
in my eyes, in my estimation, Iverson was the man.
After having suffered his share of nightmares, Allen Iverson was about to live out the fantasy of every kid who ever picked up a basketball.
I had butterflies so bad. I remember just sitting there. I knew they were gonna call my name, but I didn't know. And once they did, I just felt good.
With the first pick
And
in
it was
the
like 21 here?
1996 NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Allen Iverson.
Hey,
from
hold
Georgetown
on.
University.
All right, now we ready.
And there you see backstage Allen Iverson, the Georgetown sophomore. Ann and Steve, mom and dad. Family and friends back there. And what a tremendous moment that is for a kid. Dreaming of this night, of being the first pick in the NBA draft, and it has happened for Allen Iverson.
After everything that I've been through, I finally made it to the point that I really wanted to get to.